What's up, everybody? It's your boy Trayvon here with Scent Talk TV, and today I'm gonna go over 3 fragrances that I got at my local TJ Maxx, like somewhere during the holiday season or a little bit after that, from the house of TRU Fragrance. Now, TRU Fragrances, they dish out a lot of great gems for both men and women, but today, men's fragrances, obviously from that house. But without further ado, let's just jump into it. So, from the house of TRU Fragrance, we have Charcoal Cypress Eau de Cologne. There we go. Here is the bottle. This fragrance ran me $13 and some change. If I failed to mention before, which I think I did mention it, this is an Eau de Cologne concentration, 100 milliliters of greatness. This has a very snug fit. The atomizer on this thing is wonderful. Unfortunately, Fragrantica doesn't have any notes on this fragrance at all, or they don't have any fragrance on the other two either, or anywhere online. I couldn't find any. But we're just gonna go based off up top what I smell initially throughout the fragrance as well. So let's just get into it. What I got out of this fragrance? This fragrance is great. For the price of $13 and some change, this is a hidden gem. Most definitely a hidden gem. But what I get out of this is up top in the initial opening is like a rosy white masculine floral with a little bit of sweetness and a little bit of fruitiness, and also a little bit of a green herbaceousness as well initially up top. But as you transition to the mid, once you start drying, that rosy white floralness kind of dials down a little bit, and some note creeps in, gives in like a dry woodsiness as well. So throughout the longevity of the fragrance, you do still get that white floral type of a rosy nuance throughout the longevity of the fragrance, but it's not as dominant initially in the opening. But once you get into the full dry down in the base, you get this white floral, creamy like, rosy type of a scent. But in the dry down, once it dries down completely, that rosy, that bold rosy fruitiness that was in the opening, it kind of dials down even more. But some type of note that's giving it some type of a creamy type of a woods, probably sandalwood, I'm assuming. But this is basically overall like a creamy rosy white floral type of a scent with a little bit of fruitiness up top. This is great. They recently made like a redesign of the bottles of this fragrance as well as the other two, so they probably won't look like this anymore. So you might be able to find it that looks like this or in different bottles, but the juice inside of it is the same. It's no different. It's pretty much the same. This also in a dry down has like a dry, tart, somewhat of a creamy fruitiness as well on top of the white florals that's inside of here. This is a beautiful fragrance. Love, love, love this. As it dries down throughout the longevity of the fragrance, it gets more and more and more attractive as it dries. I really do dig this. Hidden gem on my cheapies list. Top on my cheapies list. For $13 and change, you cannot go wrong. But the longevity and projection, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. I'm not gonna crap on it hard for longevity and projection or anything, because it really did do its thing. It wasn't a beast, and it wasn't weak at all. It was average, like moderate to average to moderate. It did its thing. This is a little bit on the fresher side, so you can wear this in spring and summertime and won't have any casualties or have any problems out of it. Once the heat hits this, I'm pretty sure that it will project and do its thing even more, especially if you overspray and spray a little bit more with this. You'll definitely get a decent amount of longevity and projection. But on my skin, I got a good 30 minutes to an hour of decent projection set close to the skin. But once your body starts heating up, it does push out quite a bit, giving it a little bit more of an oomph due to that building of your body heat, or once the sunlight or the heat outside hits your body, it does do its thing quite nicely. So if you want decent longevity or more out of this fragrance, if you like this fragrance, overspray it and it will do its thing for you, most definitely. Okay, seasons, like I said, spring, summertime. Fall and winter, I don't think so. The scent profile is too bright, it's too summery, it's too spring oriented enough for it to be, in those cooler months or the cooler seasons. But if you like this, wear it anytime, it doesn't matter. But in my specific opinion, I'll say this is more suitable for, warm weather, spring and summertime, warmer months. So, age group, it doesn't matter. I mean, if you like it, rock it. Specifically, younger crowds to middle age. That's what I think. But like I said before, if you like it, rock it. No matter what the age is, it doesn't matter. So, up next, we got Marble Forest. This one also ran me $13 and some change. This is also a eau de cologne concentration. The atomizer on this one is really beautiful, just like the last one. Pushes out a nice amount of that juice. This one is really, 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 really good. Oh my goodness. If you were to take like Abercrombie and Fitch Fierce or Mont Blanc Legend, like that realm of a fragrance with that profile, it smells like this, but a tad bit smoky, a little bit more woodsy, and it also has like a creamy type of a vibe or a nuance that creeps in after the initial spray of this fragrance. This is amazing as well. Now, if you're looking for like an alternative to those two fragrances that I listed, this is a good one as well. I really do like this. In the opening, this also has some of a cucumbery type of a veggie type of herbaceous type of a smell, but it's attractive. It doesn't throw me off at all, and it wouldn't throw you off at all. But it's like added to that, that Mont Blanc Legend type of a vibe or appeal that I get out of this, and it meshes very well with that DNA. It's a great, great fragrance. Marble Forest, it's in its name. It does have like a little foresty type of a smell, not unattractive, like a fresh, herbaceous, woodsy, maybe a little bit of an earthy touch to this fragrance as well, on top of that familiarity to those two fragrances that I listed, and has like a little bit more of a creamy type of herbaceousness to this as well. And it's kind of unique, just a little bit unique. Besides of the familiarity to those two fragrances, this runs unique, very, very unique, because it has that, that juicy type of a cucumbery, herbaceous type of a vibe coming from this. This is great. I really do like this one. However, if I failed to mention this one, the Cypress, Charcoal Cypress, the total longevity was a good 5 to 6 hours, solid. So back to this one. This one was quite nice in the longevity and projection and stuff like that. This projected quite nicely. Not a beast. Again, moderate, average. It does its thing. It's mellow. It's chill. It's not in your face. It's not in anybody else's face. It's right where it needs to be. It's chilling. But once you go out into like the high heat, it will boost this bad boy up quite a bit. It's a little bit on the fresher side as well. So my total longevity on my scan was a good, an hour of projection. Then it set close to the scan. Then the total longevity was a good 5 to 6 hours as well. I oversprayed with this and I oversprayed with the other one, but that was the total longevity for overspraying. So if you're not an oversprayer, you're probably going to get less out of the two that I listed so far. So there's that. This fragrance also runs masculine. It doesn't have like that sweet, captivity to reel like a bunch of ladies in or get you like compliments and stuff like that out of the woodworks. This is a little bit more of a masculine, a little bit, just a tad bit of a challenging fragrance, but you still can pull it off. Just try it for yourself. On my skin and my experience, that's what I think. But you might not think so, but yeah, this is a great, great fragrance nonetheless. So the age group on this, I would say is middle age on up. Middle age on up can appreciate this quite a bit. It's not good for, well, I wouldn't say it's not good for like, the younger crowds or high school kids or anything like that. But if you, like I say, regardless of the age, if you like it, rock it. Doesn't matter. Specifically, middle age on up. If you run into these two and these two alone, I would say get this one, because it's something about that rosy note that's inside of here that's meshing very, very well with that creaminess, as well as that fruitiness in the dry down that is very captivating to my nose. However, I do dig this. This is no punk either. I love both of these, but if I were to pick between these two, this one all the way. All the way. So, last but not least, we have Cobalt Smoke. There you go. There's the bottle. The concentration is also an eau de cologne concentration, 100 milliliter size bottle. This one ran me $13 and some change. The atomizer on this thing is the same way. Great atomizers. For a $13 fragrance, my goodness, they got some beautiful atomizers for all three of these. But what do I gotta say about this one? This is heat. This is love in a bottle. This smells so freaking good. Now, this one, out of those two, this one is going to give you the most compliments. This is going to give you the best longevity. This is going to give you the best projection. Out of those two, this beats the other two. Just wow. I'm speechless on how great this is. But let me tell you, this has a familiarity, not a similarity, but a familiarity to Carolina Herrera's Bad Boy Cobalt. This is it right here. Not entirely. Do not quote me on that. Not entirely, but just a little bit. Takes that DNA and makes and upgrades it, making it even a little bit more bolder. A little bit. It has a fresh, soapy, clean, as well as a candy-like fruitiness, and it's also dark at the same time. A little bit of mysterious aspect to this as well. This is amazing for the price. Amazing compared to the other two, and amazing to not pass up. If you see this one, definitely get your hands on this one. Definitely spray it on your skin and see how you like it, because I guarantee you will like this. You will like this. So that's really what you get in the opening. You get like this soapy, fresh, somewhat of a clean type of vibe that's hanging around in the background. Then mostly what you get is like a candy-like fruitiness that's dark and mysterious. Great for like fall and winter time, and maybe like, in the nighttime in the summertime, where it's not too hot. It's moderate temperatures and stuff like that. Man, this is gorgeous. This is a great, great fragrance. Now, the availability for this fragrances as well as the other two is a hit and miss. They pop in and they pop out, but I know during the holiday season, which that's already in past, which does you no good because we're here at the end of April, but they had it all over the place. So now what I've been seeing, they was in and out like at TJ Maxx, Marshalls and stuff like that. Those two stores, Ross and Burlington's, do not have these, at least in my area. You might find them in that area, who knows? But at least in my area, it was only at TJ Maxx and Marshalls. Yeah, the availability is kind of decreasing on these. So if you see this one, especially versus the other two, get this one. As it dries down though, that scent profile that I explained just a couple of seconds ago smooths out. It's not like, loud and bold in your face. It smooths itself out, making it more appealing, more attractive, more captivating. I love this so much. I really do. So this one has the most longevity. Longevity on this was 6 to 7 hours from overspraying. The projection was good within an hour, and it set close to the skin, but not too close. The sillage on this is amazing. So from the other two, This one is what you want to look for. This is great. Yes, Lord, Cobalt Smoke. If you see this, get your hands on it. So that's all I got for Scent Talk TV, ladies and gentlemen. As always, you know what to do. You gotta like, comment, share, subscribe, and make sure you hit that notification bell so you don't miss anything. And I will see you guys in the next video. Be safe out there, be blessed, and have a good one. I'm out of here. Peace.